All right, hello artists. Welcome to the Fiber Studio. Your Fibers Level A. Congrats, this is super fun. Okay, Fibers Level A, we are working with scissors, glue, and colored paper. I can make a loom out of paper. I can weave without help. And finish weaving with glue and cut off the extras. Okay, here we go. It'll be so fun. Let's tilt you down. In your sketchbook, you will be circling Fibers Level A. Oh, man, I forgot you're upside down to me. Okay, let's do that. Circle Fibers Level A. All right, and then this is where you're going to show your learning in just a minute. We're going to do all of our learning here from our caddy. Okay, we've got our scissors, we've got our white paper for looms, we've got our glue, and you'll probably nab some scrap paper from collage. Right now, yeah, I just have my scrap paper here. So once we've done our weaving here, then we're going to tape it into our sketchbook. So grab one of these. This is going to be your loom. You're folding in half. Okay. And then you're going to take this little edge here and maybe, let's say, the width of your finger. Okay. And fold a little bit up the width of your finger. Now, you are going to take some scissors and you're going to cut all the way down just to where that was folded up. And this is you making your loom. So most of their textiles out there, most of our clothes, rugs, curtains, blankets, they are made this way in a giant, giant manner. So we're doing it in a very small manner. Most of our cloth out in the world is made this way. So open it up. And we've got our loom ready to go. Now you can pick whatever colors you want. Careful you're not getting too choosy, because remember, this is just practice. You don't want to worry too much until you get to your main project. Now I'm going to cut some strips. What's fun is you can use those scissors from the Collage Center. That's going to be way too many to cut at once. And I'm going to cut some strips using those pattern scissors. I'm going to leave one side straight because that'll butt right up to that. Let's see, what else? Now these ones I want to have both sides. And I'm not doing anything specific other than just cutting strips. I think I'm just going to make this straight up purple and orange. So my orange strips will be one color, or one pattern of scissors. And my purple strips will be another pattern. Sometimes the scissors get caught on the paper. Now, I'm not making my strips very thick. I'm trying to get them about the width of my finger, but obviously you can see some of them are about the width of my thumb. It's okay if they're some widths. Some of them are thicker, some of them are thinner. It just adds interest. And if that's something you want to do in a future project, you can do really thick strips and really thin strips, and you can actually layer strips too. So I'll show you that in a minute. I can use this little piece to layer. Okay, so with your loom, this may be something you did a long time ago. It may be something you've never done, but you are going to go over one and under another, over one and under another, over, under, over, under, all the way across. Okay. Now, with your next strip, you don't want it the same as that one. You need it to go under this one so that you've got white there. So you're just doing opposite of the last row. So over, under, over, under, over, under. And again, this is how all of our cloth is made out there. And in pioneer times, it was made by hand on a giant loom. Pretty cool. You can pull that farther across if you want. And my strips aren't cut very straight, so they're kind of going all wonky. Okay, so I can't start under, otherwise I'm going to be right on top of that orange. I have to start over. All of my purples are starting over that white and under the next white. This can be frustrating for some kids, so don't be afraid to step back, take a breath, ask for help. It seems like a silly little thing, but I'm making it look easy. So I like just moving my white pieces and sliding my strips across. So this is starting on top because it's the opposite of that. You don't have to use the pattern scissors when you cut your strips. It just gives it a little more interest because you can see them across. It does kind of get stuck though. There we go. If you don't use pattern scissors, it's very much a straight checkered board. So that's kind of cool. And let's see, I've got room for one more orange. Let's see if he might fit. If your pieces don't fit, like let's say I had a really thick orange and it's not gonna fit in that space that's left, it's gonna like go on top of that purple, you can just cut it thinner. And this one might end up being that way, but we'll just see. So I'm gonna start under, go over, under, over. And it gets a little tight. That's what holds it all together, is that tightness. You gotta be careful though, because we are working with paper and it will totally just tear if we're not careful. Okay, now, yay. So, like I said, you can layer things. So I've got the skinnier one. I can put it right on top this purple. And it just adds to it. You could put this one on top of that purple if you wanted to. We could put purple ones on top of the orange ones. You could put whole other colors too. Totally up to you. Now, our last thing we have to figure out is how to get it to stick all together. So we've got our glue. Remember, you got to listen for it to breathe. Remember, I open it like this. Whoop. When we're done with it, we're going to shut it like that so that it seals. That way it's not getting all clogged. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue. Remember, just a sticky spot, not a sopping puddle. Little bit of glue. I'm lifting up my strips and putting glue down there. I'm just doing my purples right now. A little bit of glue. Lift it up. A little bit. Press it down. Do that little orange piece. Got to do this side too. Now I'm going to flip it, lift up my oranges. I'm just gluing my woven strips to my loom. Okay. Now, I'm going to take some straight scissors, wherever they went, and I'm going to cut right along my loom. And cut all those extras off. Now these, as long as these strips are smaller than your hand, they can go right in the garbage. If they are bigger than your hand, put them in the, we'll probably have a box for weaving strips over in the Fiber Studio. So this, come show it to me that you did amazing. And then we'll get some tape and we'll tape it right into your sketchbook. Congrats, guys.